Well, time for another channel update, and you're probably wondering why am I shooting this video on the front steps of my porch, because that's basically what I've been tied up and working with the past few weeks. Um, I had to redo this porch, get it repainted, and do some repairs to the wood. I finally did get my roof put on after 2.5 months. The situation, I guess, nationally, with a lot of things going on, the shortages of building material and just a demand. Um, we do have an expansion here in this part of the state. A lot of new construction was going on for months, and now everything's in turmoil. And basically the whole status of the country and everything combined um, is out of whack. There's no certainty and a lot of strange things going on. But as far as the channel, I did do the last update when I told you that I was going to curtail a lot of the things that I've been doing the past few years. And that's probably going to hold true. I haven't really put up much content in that because everything is in flux. Okay, I got a lot of things going on outside of YouTube, like I said. Getting my home repaired. I got a few other minor little maintenance things I have to do this week to try to get them done. And the weather has a lot to do. I have to wait and jump on days when the weather's good to control this. But I haven't put out a lot of videos other than one where I stopped going to the gun shows. A, because I just don't have the time, and it is kind of, not worth the time and money to go there, especially when I'm driving an hour and a half, 2 hours to one. There was one in Winston-Salem, but last weekend I didn't go because I had things I had to do here, number one. So the gun show reports and that probably kind of going to fizzle out there. Now, I've gotten a lot of requests for different things. I'm probably going to do another video on the ammunition crisis in this situation. Then I'm going to have to do a separate video on the 6.5 Carcano ammunition situation because it is different. There are things about the 6.5 ammo which really are not connected to the current crisis. And so it's going to have two videos on that. Also, I did mention I quit doing the political commentaries about health issues and the government and everything else because it still is getting censored. Censorship is not going away, and actually things are getting a little bit strange here. Okay, I mean, all of you that are into it know there's rumors this month things are supposed to happen or get out of control, and I have to do a video kind of just giving advice and warning people. The reason I kind of backed away from it is because when you express your opinions on certain things, you will get censored and shut down. I've heard that several different news and other channels on YouTube have been totally shut down for their comments on different political situations. But like I said before, there's a time where you just keep quiet, okay, and try to assess what's going on instead of just reacting, flying off the handle. And that's another problem I have, is dealing with that stuff, because things are getting intense again, and it has a direct effect on, number one, the censorship in social media, on the internet, the ammunition crisis. This is kind of tied into a lot of the uncertainty with things going on. A lot of rumors, a lot of all kinds of different conspiracy theories. And another problem is, I personally believe our government is collapsed. It ceased to function correctly. okay, in many different ways. And that's another problem that's directly involved with my personal life. I have been waiting for a long time to get a court hearing uh, with my disability case, and I was told the courts will be shut down for another year and a half. So I have stuff going on with lawyers, and I got to try to figure out that situation, which isn't good. Uh, and that's going to be a major one that affects me and what goes on with the channel. Now, I've had a lot of requests for ammunition and different things like that. For right now, because the ammunition crisis is not over, and primers are still non-existent. Powder and some things are coming back, but as of now, I'm not going to be producing anything, cast bullets or anything, right at the moment, until we see how the situation kind of irons out. And it's just, when I did it in the past, and I did get a lot of things out to people, a lot of that material was what was on hand, and I still would, if I needed something like brass or projectiles, I could still get them, and still get them in large quantities. Now that's all changed. If you do find things, you're going to find that you're limited in what you can buy in terms of reloading components. Strictly limited. So, again, the whole situation is out of flux. Granted, the video I made shooting the ground rifles, I've had that material laying aside for well over a year. The bullets, the cases, everything. That was something I started, I set aside, and I just went out, got my 20 rounds out, and gave it a test. Now I got a place to go, but in terms of producing either cases, cartridges, or whatever, I'm not going to, because everything is so out of whack. I have no idea what it would cost me to replace the material that I use. So I'm no longer going to do that right now. A lot of people have asked for videos on making obsolete cartridges and advice, and I believe, for at least for now, along with the ammunition, that is also going to stop. The reason is, when you get into custom reloading, there are many different ways to approach the problem. There is no simple fix. Everyone looks for just, give me a simple explanation and load data, and I want to go out and load the gun and shoot it. Well, it kind of doesn't work that way. There are a lot of factors, and also I've found that I've made several attempts of doing things with different calibers. 45-70 is one of them. Did a lot of videos in the past, and I change my technique as I go. If I don't like it, I might get another idea and try something else out. So there is no one set method with most of these things. And also, I do not use the most economic way of doing it. And a lot of people are seeking out information using procedures and techniques that I am not familiar with and don't use. Okay? Be it the bullets, powder charges, or what type of brass they're forming into this. And I can't cover, let's say with the GRA, there's 4 different types of cases you can get. Either you make them yourself or buy them, whatever. And there's a problem of, if you have a conversion, some of them got the choke point. Okay, the only way around that problem is a paper patch bullet that's undersized with a black powder charge. Okay, that's what I'm telling you. If you got a 74 that doesn't have that, you can get away with doing other things. So there's a lot of variables, and I can't cover them all. I just don't have the time. And in the past, when I've tried to give lessons and train people in depth, I find that, if you took the course, and if you studied them videos that I make, and they're quite long, and there's a long series, a lot of hours of work. If you really listen to the videos and watch my technique in there, you can use the same procedure to assess, find, research, and develop your own cartridges. Okay, for any caliber. It's a process. It's not simple. It's very drawn out, and it has taken me years to get where I am. I cannot convey this rapidly or swiftly like most people want. So basically, I've given up on this, and probably you will not see videos anytime in the near future about me developing loads for these cartridges. I may go out and shoot some of these guns here, but right now everything's in flux. The thing I have to concentrate on is I have to make a few more things in terms of content about the ammo crisis and some of the political stuff that's going on. And I have to kind of do it in a roundabout way. But as for content, and that's another thing I've noticed, if I'm not putting out some sort of content of one type or the other, the channel suffers, things drop off, and basically there's no activity. So, this is the whole future of the channel now that I've built up a bunch of subscribers to where people say I have a fairly large channel. I'm trying to decide what route to go to next to keep things moving along. Carrying on about the Carcanos, I've just about covered everything that I could on Carcanos. I mean, and some of it was in years prior to this giant influx of guns. Sighting system, test firing and that. So really, there's not much more information I can give people on the Carcano. I mean, yeah, that's the problem. And see, this is where this Carcano thing 5 years ago didn't exist. Now it's extremely popular. I got a lot of subscribers, riding a wave, just like the Mo's and the Got thing, which was everyone was making videos, everybody was viewing them. And now, if I made some Mo's and the Got videos, I may or may not get any views or activity with them. So that's what I kind of have to assess on where we're going next. Like I said, I had some things that I got to iron out and get straightened out here, and I got to look forward to what I'm going to do with the channel once I kind of get back in the, where once I have things ironed out, I can figure out how much time I can devote to the channel and where I want to go next with it. So, you guys sending me requests for ammo, and for right now, that's all off the table until these things calm down. And, not so much the crisis. There are other things that influence the crisis and stuff, and I'd like to make some comments on that, and I probably will in the next week or so, basically make some commentary videos. Live chats, that went on for a while. I kind of had to get out of it. Sundays are very busy for me. That was my day that I picked not to conflict with other people running live chats. I may bring that back. That was pretty cool. I did for a time get a lot of activity on it, and then it kind of petered off. I don't really know if it's just people are looking for technical advice, and that's why they go. Some guys just hang out for the hell of it, and I mean, there was a lot of them. But that kind of also, where do you go to keep that active and keep people coming into the chat room? So a lot of ideas, a lot of things I'm working on, but that's where I am right at the moment. And, I'll try to keep everybody updated for now. And we'll see how things work out.